BJP General Secretary Ram Madhav is talking about an Akhand Bharat, which he says where parts of Pakistan and Bangladesh that were separated 60 years ago will once again reunite with India. If two Germanys can come together, if Vietnam can come together, why can't India, Pakistan and Bangladesh come together through popular demand and not through war, says Ram Madhav. I want to bring in Rahul Kanwal, our managing editor, for more on this. I also want to bring in Tariq Fateh, someone who knows Pakistan like the back of his hand, lives in Canada. Tariq Fateh joins us on the broadcast. But Rahul, is this Ram Madhav's thinking, the RSS thinking, or is this also the thinking of the Narendra Modi government that Ram Madhav is articulating?
I think, Gaurav, much is being made about this controversy. It's a bit overhyped, frankly. What Ram Madhav has done is reiterated a very old RSS position where the Sangh believes that there must be an Akhand Bharat, a united India, where from Bangladesh in the east to Pakistan in the west, it's all one country as it once used to be. However, what is important to highlight over here is that Ram Madhav, in this interview itself, and I think subsequently also people in the BJP have clarified, is not suggesting that there will be any attempt made to try and win over territory in Pakistan or elsewhere through force. He's not in the first instance suggesting that India has any plans to go and occupy Pakistan by waging war. What he's suggesting in the modern context, of course, is a union where there is a possibility of people being able to move around without boundaries, where there is peace, and where there is a larger idea of India. Now, a couple of points can clearly be made. One, that this is probably bad timing, that this interview was put out by Al Jazeera on a day when the Prime Minister made this unscheduled surprise pit stop in Lahore. And at that time, because this really can get whipped up in Pakistan,
yes,
where he's former spokesperson of the RSS. The RSS, we've seen, is viewed with a lot of suspicion in Pakistan, a lot unfairly so, but it's viewed hugely with suspicion. And at that time, for him to say what he has is a case of bad timing. But he's saying nothing new. It's not as if the RSS also believes that Prime Minister Modi is going to work towards Akhand Bharat in the next few years. He talks about the idea of a united India. It's a spiritual idea, an idea where there's a thought behind it, which is a very old.
I think Al Jazeera has played a very deft hand in trying to create bad blood at a time when Prime Minister Modi has gone out of his way to try to bring the two countries together. Let me put it this way. If this was a possibility, then Bangladesh would have been incorporated inside India in 1971.
Yes.
And that is where there would be any logical, physical, spiritual, linguistic amalgamation. And for those of us who believe in a spiritual united India, I too believe that people living on the Indus are Indians. So that's why I call myself a Pakistani born in an Indian born in Pakistan. However, yes, you will have anti-India, anti-Hindu feelings, people who hold those feelings to whip up this hysteria against the RSS or the BJP.
But the bigger point, stay with me, sir, Rahul. The bigger point, given the current geopolitical realities of India, Pakistan and Bangladesh, people will say, what world does Ram Madhav live in? It's a very hostile Pakistan, a very friendly Bangladesh with at times a hostile regime, presently a very, very friendly regime, but hostile elements there. Where is this talk of Akhand Bharat? This will only derail whatever goodwill that Prime Minister Narendra Modi may be even trying to generate in the region.
Well, Gaurav, as far as the RSS is concerned, some of these ideas, the idea of Hindutva, the idea of Akhand Bharat, the idea of a uniform civil code, the idea of Article 370 are core in its ideology. These are ideas where no spokesperson can publicly say that no, we have no intention of building a Ram Mandir in Ayodhya No spokesperson can say that Article 370 must not be done away with. No spokesperson can say that there mustn't be an Akhand Bharat. I think because this was an interview done with a foreign news station where they didn't particularly understand the sensitivities of the time, it's a relevant question for the interviewer to ask. It's also the only answer that Ram Madhav could have given. If, for example, he told Al Jazeera that I don't believe in the idea of Akhand Bharat, that would have created a big storm for him when he came back to India amongst his brethren in the Sangh Parivar. They won't have accepted that at all. So I think he's got trapped into a verbal corner where he should have probably had some other kind of response. But it's not something that can be expected for an RSS Swayamsevak to say that no, we don't believe in
But the ground realities, Rahul, the ground realities of Pakistan, and I want to bring in Tariq Fateh on the ground realities in Pakistan. But before that, for the benefit of our viewers, let's once again listen in to Ram Madhav. I'll get you more on that story. I have Congress Party's Tom Vadakkan joining me on the broadcast, but Tariq Fateh